What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss an extremely exciting flyweight matchup upcoming on the January 13th card of the Johnny Walker vs. Magomed Ankalaev 2 card, the first card of the 2024 year. But guys, before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to help support the channel and to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got Felipe Bunes taking on Joshua Van in the flyweight division. And I wouldn't say a short notice fight. It kind of is a short notice fight, but it isn't. Felipe was supposed to fight Denny Bandar, but he ended up getting hurt. So he got replaced with Joshua Van, who just most recently got a unanimous decision victory, UFC 295 over Kevin Borjas. And before that, had a split decision victory over Zlagis Zumagulov. And only at 22 years old, 2-0 within the UFC, 9-1 total, only had one loss in his third professional fight. Since then has rattled off 7 straight victories. Very active. His nickname, the Fearless, and I think that is a very, very great analogy into the sense of how he fights. Very loose, very free-flowing, fearless, confident fighter, right? He's very good at getting his guys at the end of his punches. Just a very sharp, dynamic striker. But not to say that he doesn't have submission skills as well. I mean, he's got a calf slicer. He's got a standing rear naked choke on his resume. So he's definitely not afraid to go out there and grapple with these guys either. But he's dynamic. He has the ability to finish fights in multiple ways and even by decision as well. So we can go out there, put on these masterclass striking performances and not gas out. So, I mean, he's gone out there and proven that the UFC jitters aren't really going to get to him too much. He's got 2 wins under his belt already, 2 decision victories. So now he knows he can go the distance and on top beat these guys. And going against a guy like Felipe, who, yeah, he's coming off of a win over to LFA. He did get suspended for 6 months for steroid usage. I think it was back in August. So he's now returning to make his UFC debut after serving a suspension before he even had his UFC debut. So, if he's not taking what he was taking, is that going to affect his mindset going into it? Like, a good example, right? Like a lot of athletes who cheat and juice and use these things to give them that edge, once they don't have that, they lose that confidence within themselves. Like, when I used to weightlift, like creatine was like my thing. Pre-workout was my thing. And if I didn't have it, I felt like I wasn't going to have a good workout. So, like, I feel like that mentality can also go to athletes who, if they are already insecure enough to feel that they need to take something else to get that athletic edge, or maybe they're even just coming off of an injury, but that just leaves question marks, right? Hasn't even made his UFC debut yet, and he's already fighting controversy. 13-6 in his career. Lost to Juicy Formiga back at the LFA. I think that was his last loss in 2022. So he's lost to former UFC veterans who really already couldn't cut it anymore in the UFC rankings. So I think all of that with his inconsistency, him against Joshua Van, who's coming off, I mean, Felipe's 34, so he's not really going to be getting much better. Especially at that weight class that relies so much on athleticism. He's at that point in his career, 34, 35, 36. You see where that athleticism starts to drop and dwindle. So going against a guy who's just younger, probably faster, more athletic, got the confidence behind him. This is just a recipe of building upon the Joshua Van hype train, in my opinion. I think he's going to go out there. I don't know if he's going to finish the fight, but now I think he's got the confidence knowing he can go 3 rounds. Maybe we'll see somebody who's a little bit more calculated with his approach. But Felipe, I mean, he goes out there and he's got a lot of finishes, win or loss. More of a grappler. He's got a flying triangle armbar in his resume, so he's definitely willing to go out there and put it all on the line for real nice, dynamic submission victories. But then again, when he's fought undefeated guys with really good records or really good resumes like Juicy, his Imran Bukayev fight, Murad Magomedov, and Mansour Katyuev? I totally fucked up his name, but each guy was 7-0, 8-0, and 10-1. That was like his 3-fight losing skid over before he joined the LFA. Just goes to show when he fights these guys who are really like highly regarded, he doesn't really seem to come out on top, even though he's losing decisions. It just goes to show when he fights these upper echelon guys, he's usually not coming out on top. So if I'm a betting man, I think that Joshua, I think he's going to go out there. I think he's going to get the victory. I think he's going to impose his will. I think he's got the confidence, the fearlessness that can go in there against a guy who is already probably dealing with some self-doubt and who hasn't even gotten a win under his UFC career yet with all the inconsistency that he's already had within his career. That's pretty much my take on this. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think for this upcoming flyweight matchup of Joshua Van and Felipe Bunes. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. And guys, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to help support the channel and help my channel grow and to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. All right, fight fans, Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.